Not gonna lie to you guys here. Hole 14, Bob Bryant, might be the least favorite hole I've ever seen in my life. Welcome back, you guys. We are here for day 10 of 2024 Vlogmas, and we found ourselves at Disc Golf Course. You know the fun thing about Bob Bryant, if you get rid of this B, replace it with a K, add an E here, it's now Kobe Bryant, aka our favorite new disc with this cloud breaker. So excited to be here, show you guys this course right on the banks of the Colorado River once again, just down the street from that Riverside course we played in Smithville. We're in Bastrop, Texas. It's an 18-hole course, one set of tees. Let's see, what's our total distance? Just under 6,000 feet. Course par 60, which means we have 6 par 4s. Probably means we're gonna have some eagle opportunities on the board for today. And in case you guys are waiting, yes, day 10 is giveaway number 3. You're gonna have a chance to win all 5 of these discs right there, and we're gonna let you guys know at some point within the video how to enter to win. So make sure you stay tuned, get that popcorn, stay hydrated. We'll see you on T1. Disc golf's not only an art form in itself, but it also lends to being able to surround itself with beautiful art. Hole 1 is a par 3, 262 feet. Drainage ditch on the right to avoid, and the sign says do not play if there's kids in the little playpen off on the left. Power pole, really the only thing in the way if you're a lefty or a forehand dominant player. But if you got one of these 2022 Tour Series faiths, you're gonna play just straight at it, little touch of hyzer, baby headwind coming. And if you guys didn't notice, we're out of the doom and gloom, and I have shades and shorts on today, so we are happy to be in Texas in wintertime. There you can see that faith can handle a little bit of power. Stood up to straight even in that bit of wind, and we got a putt. If you're just joining us, there's 3 different ways located in the description below to contact me to support this Vlogmas effort and get one of these faiths. They're great backhand approach discs and even off the tee on shorter holes. So get your birdies, grab your faith. We got pink, red, and we might even unveil some very limited special colors, but only if you guys want them enough. So flood the comments, make me do it. Hole 2, another par 3, same drainage ditch falling off to the right side, 295 feet. Looks like there's also some kind of a slope behind the basket here, so you're gonna need good distance control. I'm gonna go color shift zone, still playing into that headwind. That thing's got some stability, and I played it in line with the basket. It was supposed to be about 30 feet right, so now we got a death putt. Let's knock it down. Not only is the color shift popping in that sun, but these fingers about to be popping on this shallow circle 2 putt. Now typically you'd have a nice healthy fear on a putt like this, but when you got your practice putts in and you got the steady BL in hand, ain't no worries, we're ready today. Harvester ant friends are loving this sun, and they've probably been pretty inactive the last couple days, so now we got work to do. Did y'all know they bring these little bits of rock to help gather warmth from the sun and keep their area just a little bit warmer, because if it's too cold they can't really operate. So apparently, especially in the deserts, you can come here and find like rare gems and stuff hidden throughout because of the little rocks they bring. So like here we got little bits of glass and stuff, but apparently if you find the harvester ants, they can bring you some little gems and maybe even a little nugget of gold if you get lucky enough. Pretty cool. This Vlogmas series is all about starting with the basics and leveling up every day through the consistent work. And when you got people in your corner like OTB Discs to help hook you up with the best plastic in the game, it's only going to help you level up quicker. And actually, we forgot to mention, today we do have a bit of a level up happening. We're not just wearing the Bushnell hat, but we're going to be using that rangefinder to be precise. Since this is a new course, it's good to really see if you can trust the tee boxes or not. So far, they seem accurate, but let's check the distance on this 379-foot par 3. It's an important one to check it on, seeing as there is water short of the basket. And it looks to be 384, so within 5 feet, I'd say check mark. That's a acceptable level of variance, absolutely. They sent me this Iron Samurai 4 MD3, and it's got a great stability to it. Should be able to handle this crossing left to right. OTB sent me it, of course, you know. Don't be silly, y'all. Pretty in pink. Time to give it a rip. Uh-oh. Come back. All right, I think I cleared the wetlands, but I held a little bit too much to the right there. I kind of turned it out of my hand. I think it's more of a dead headwind than I thought, so makes sense. Fortunately, it is dry right here, so I got solid footing for this Circle 2 uphill bid. Do have this piece of grass right here, you know, straddle because of that. Drop! Oh! Thought I loved it, but never got the wind shear because I had too much nose angle. Pretty steep slope here on this green. Easy par, definitely want that one back. Maybe should have thrown the homie James Conrad Terra. You live and you learn. Hole 4 is our first par 4 of the track. 501 feet. Out of bounds path on the left, as well as long here. If you want to play it safe, you're just going to play it out straight with something that doesn't have too much finish on it. But you know we're going for that big bird. Kobe Bryant at his home course. What can go wrong? Glasses came off there, a little Matty O style, and we played it extremely safe. Hopefully I didn't find that path long. Should be a short faith chip up likely. Kobe Bryant pin high over here, 500-foot shot, you know. Y'all say what you want. Ain't no internet distance there. Low ceiling, but I'm gonna see if we can squeak it past. Oh my. Literally nicked the ceiling there. I mean, that's as good as you can bid it. Without getting down on a knee or being good at like an air bounce or skipping it in, maybe Chandler Fry style. That's what I should have done. Shout out to the channel. Respectable eagle bid. Walking away with our 3 on the first par 4 of the day. You know, I guess we don't have a perfect start, but maybe there's an ace waiting for us to get back to perfect. Let's see. Over you, but you should be okay right there. We've got another par 5 here in hole 5. No, you're fine. We've got another par 5 here, or we have another par 4 in hole 5. 448 straight ahead. You can go straight at it. You can go to the right or to the left. I'm liking roller here with that orbital, so play it out over this gentleman. Try to get it to fall on its face. Politely over this gentleman, of course. That left to right wind should kind of start to push me over. There it goes. And that's going to be a little bit short, but I think I can jump up from there, and he's impressed, so let's go. We got an outside look for the big bird here. Oh, had the want, just a little bit wide there. Easy threezy, let's go. Having trouble draining those putts or your sink at home? Hit up my guy Doug's Plumbing, who sponsored hole 6 here. It's a par 3, 260, out of bounds, sidewalk on the left. This dirt path is inbounds here on the right. Not too much to this one. 2 little new planted trees that over time will shape this one a little bit more. When you got one of these fresh faiths, you can have faith it'll fight the touch ahead left to right cross we have on your ace run here on hole 6. Yeah, there's that crosswind kind of holding it over, but it never really flipped the disc, showed the integrity, and we got a putt. Centered up with the steady. Put it in the circle for the opportunity with that faith. And we're rolling out here at Bob Bryant Park. Thanks, y'all. Hole 7 appears to just be a straight ahead par 3 at 316 feet, but there is a little bit of nuance to it. This first big elm tree here in front of us has a low hanging limb going out to the left there. That's going to restrict your height if you're trying to go straight at it. So what I see there, if I want to go hyzer angle, there is a kind of a baby hyzer that flips straight. Or there's a little bit more room off to the left to kind of drag a disc over and let it fight back to flat. You can also just beam one dead straight at it. So I'm having trouble deciding here. Baby May, what we doing? Beam line. We should have known she would have chose the straightest option. MD3. Co-beam Bryant. Kind of the left to right drag beam. And yeah, kind of drug it along the ground to maybe a C2 look. Not my best effort. You know, in my estimation, this might be the second hardest hole yet behind hole 3. So, not a bad spot to be. Just inside the circle. Sent it! The wind's starting to change directions on us. Coming back from the north, I think. The cool weather is going to be back. It's 57 tomorrow, today 80. So I'm going to blame it on that. Shifting winds. So yeah, while it is nice and sunny and sweaty today, those Texas swings are real. And obviously they're real regardless of where you live. So everyone says, oh, if you come here, you know, the weather's so crazy, diabolical, and different. Well, welcome to planet Earth. Hole 8 is a par 4, only 385 feet. I'm guessing it's going to be the shortest throughout the track. Let's see if this guy walks through the gap I'm trying to throw through. Okay, yeah. Just left of those trees there is where you're trying to put the disc. Really all you need is a putter off the tee. So you're going to take that stable faith, put it out there on a touch of hyzer, get yourself to the corner, and then maybe throw it in for eagle. Don't try to do too much and play the big skip shot, risk being left or right, and pinch on a hole that otherwise should be a pretty easy 2-shot hole. Now, we haven't seen the second part of the hole, but making assumptions here. See, even with the faith, you can shank it high, still might get to the corner. When you use that code Connor at OTB Discs, you're gonna get extra lucky with that free shipping. Double whammy. Okay, now that we've gotten up here, seen the corner, you really have to push it to the back wall to have access to that hallway. Otherwise, you're going to the skies. My debate right now is cap wrap versus zone. I think the zone might actually hold that anhyzer angle easier for me, so I'm gonna go color shift zone. Big spike anti forehand. Now see if we get lucky through the canopy. Nope. Hit a tree, drop down. Got a heave of a putt from the bottom of the hill there. Bottom of the hill save for the bird. That's for you, Megan. Oh, get there! The old sagger basket. There's a few of them out here. A lot of times the mowers end up whacking into the baskets over time. So I think it's important, especially if you're going to be a club that or a course that runs tournaments, to come through, level out your baskets maybe once, maybe twice a year. Goes a long way for having the chains catch true, especially when you're playing the olive oil boys. Hole 9, 324 feet. Dead straight for most of the flight. Tucks in to the right at the end. A little bit of a low hanging limb here off the tee on the left side to keep you honest. I like the shape of the backhand. I'm not sure if this faith is quite long enough to get there, but we're gonna try. There's also some right hand flex options, or for a lefty, just a nice stand to straight shot. We're gonna go with that blue faith that's a little bit seasoned in. Play it really firm. See how close we can get. Oh, I slipped on the rubber tee, but I threw it literally perfect. Oh, the last skinniest little guardian in the wall that's in front of the green at about circle's edge said, no, sir. These guardian trees are actually about halfway into the circle, so a little bit closer than expected here. And death doesn't exist when you just bang the chains, right? Woo! Out of the hand on a little bit hyzer. Knocked it in, no problem. Faith stretching its legs here. Showing you guys, 300 plus, you can still get it done. You just gotta have a good swing. And to get that done, you're gonna wanna have an ironclad swing mechanic that you can only get when you come to Coach Connor. That's all I'm saying. This should be the scenic overlook. They got a scenic overlook somewhere over there in the park. They need to move it to right down there, because this is a beautiful view of the Colorado in the back. So even if you do take a bad roll away, at least you're gonna be in a cool place, right? At only 220 feet, hole 10's on the rather short side, especially seeing as it plays like 50 feet downhill. Little drop off the tee, flattens out, and then it drops again towards the basket. Pretty narrow line, suiting for the right hand hyzer or left hand forehand hyzer. Stable faith, hyzer release, keep it low, listen for chains, rinse, repeat. Or throw it wide and give yourself some kind of a halfway down the fairway jump putt. We may only be halfway, but we got vision on the basket and it's rather downhill, so try to send this jump putt in, no regrets. Fade! Man, the chain height was perfect. Never faded though. Uphill comeback for par. Thank you, right side. Hole 11 brought to you by Fly Died Disc Golf. If I was a fly and I stepped up to this tee box, I'd probably have died too, because I don't love this par 4, not gonna lie to y'all. No real defined route. Straight shot obviously is kind of there. A little bit too narrow, especially with that tree in the center. You get rid of that tree, you can convince me to like this hole. But with that tree right there, don't love it. We're just gonna rip a shot. Pray that Code Connor gives us some luck. I might even just rip forehand with Kobe Bryant up the middle. That's the only way I can really see myself getting there. And you gotta, even on a hole you don't love, you can't see a true line, create one, make yourself throw something specific. Don't just throw into the vagueness. Yeah, and there's that tree that you could probably peer the gap and hit a million times in a row. Get rid of that one, please, and then this hole might be okay. Maybe I'm gonna start bringing a can of spray paint to the course, and if you see a little orange X, that means this tree, chop it. It's gotta go. All right. Little skink guy or whatever. Well, I ain't got much. I'm just gonna rip cap wrap forehand and hope I get fortunate through the gap and good ground play. Oh yeah, I peered it actually. Skip in. I don't know where the basket is, but I felt like it had a chance, kind of. They probably like terrariums. What do y'all think? Should we make a skink terrarium, you guys? Would y'all watch skink terrarium content a la Ants Canada? Birdie save on my least favorite hole on the course. I hope someone watches this video who has some kind of say in the bastrop area. Go tell my guy John Castrita, I appreciate you doing the good work getting courses done here. But we don't need a tree in the middle of an already nice little tight gap. It's just no fun. Hole 12 is a 360-foot par 3. One thick stand of trees between you and the basket, and other than that, not too much in the way, other than a good wind read. We're gonna go with that Terra. Shout out to OTB and our guy James Conrad. Rip it out there towards that little faded moon we got in the sky. Let it fade. That might be just left of it and maybe just short, but we'll see when we get up there. Pretty terrific drive, if you know what I'm saying, right there. Easy knockdown. Let's go. That James Conrad Terra, I feel like is gonna find a spot in the bag, especially as I season one in to be a little bit more of a kind of straight flyer. They're pretty beefy to start, especially this run that they have over at OTB from the 2022 OTB Open. If you're into nature, you like birding, apparently Bastrop's the city of birds, they say. There's also a lot of awesome harvester ants out here, so sitting and watching those guys is entertainment to me. Hole 13, lucky number 13, par 3, 320. Might be my favorite hole yet. Only one way about it, straight at it. Beat those stand of trees late. Low ceiling throughout. You can probably go Spike Heiser or some kind of tomahawk if you got it. When the hole is this pure, you got to take what the course designer gives you. Iron Samurai, MD3. Pop it flat, pop it low. It's flat, it's low. Give me that little bit of fade. Nope. Through a laser, which is fine. It's a proper miss, and we got a putt. Circle's edge. Classic case of why a straight shot is always kind of the best shot on almost any hole. Give yourself an opportunity. Ah. Gotta go through this little window here. Oh, that's a mesquite tree. Yep. Or maybe not. Maybe, I don't know what this thing is, but it's not friendly. There's our birdie. Another death putt. You got the left side runaway slope that you can't really see off the tee. So, something that only course knowledge is going to give you. That's why anytime you're going to play a tournament, if you have time to go play a practice round, I always recommend it. You can't be overly prepared, in my mind. And that's why you always stay vigilant on the course. Megan spotted a cute little snake. You guys let us know what it is in the comments. Obviously, we're going to Google Lens it as well and figure out ourselves. But it's always fun to have that interaction with you guys and observe this beautiful world. Hello, friend. You want some pets? He wants the pets. He's coming for you, babe. Not going to lie to you guys here. Hole 14, Bob Bryant. Might be the least favorite hole I've ever seen in my life. 303 feet of wooded nightmare. No real way to go. You just throw and pray and hope you went to church on Sunday, I guess, right? You know, I guess that's what they do on these type of holes. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm going to go orbital, rip it, see if I can somehow get a roller there, because I don't want to just play a jump putter 3 times and try to get a 4, which I think is maybe what the design is. You just jump putt it like 80 feet, then you go another 80, and then you try to chip it in for birdie. Not a big fan of this hole. It can be improved upon. Just straight ahead on that little slope. Give us a par 3. Boom. You don't have to cut any trees. We don't need a par 4 just to have a par 4 though. Wish me luck. Oh my gosh, you guys. That literally was going to be there. But it hit, of course. And guess what? One of 230 trees between you and the basket on a 300-foot hole. This tree thwarted what was going to be a possibly a roller ace, you know. But I will never know, because I probably won't ever come back to this course just because of this hole alone. Now it could be a cute little par 3. You could open up, you could cut 3 trees behind us and these 2 here, make it a little longer, make it an actual fun, repeatable, challenging par 4. It would be one of the better holes on the course, but here we are instead. I'm gonna take a little step back to open up the line here, even though I typically like toe-toe on these type of shots. Going faith. Oh, God. My favorite hole. You know what they say, where there's a will, there's a way. And we got a window. Oh, put the juice on it, you know. Did that part. The rest needs work. Bit of a meaty putt left for par. Pressure's on. I love hole 14. It's my favorite. Hopefully I never see it again. It's case in point why you should be overly positive even when it feels like fake shit. Because it probably will help you not bogey the hole right there. Back out into the sunshine, shades on. Shade for the course has diminished. We're just gonna cruise through, enjoy this beautiful day. 227, nothing in the way. Except for your own head. That's why you're gonna clear it with a nice deep breath. And throw your faith. I wanted to ace it, you guys. You know, birdies are cool and all, but aces are way cooler. So we're gonna throw another bonus for y'all with that beat up faith, a little more direct. No, hyzer that one in the crosswind, got it. Wow, I get the local kicks no matter where I'm at. This is what I do. It's crazy. I thought this disc was like 25 feet away. But now when you throw a faith with that fresh fade on it. Speaking of fresh fades, your boy's gonna need one soon because his hair's getting a little out there. Maybe I'm just growing it out and getting ready for my Santa Claus audition. You know it's coming soon. At 229 feet, hole 16 is gonna be one of the shorter par threes. Pretty narrow and low ceiling throughout, and that's why I'm not choosing the faith because of that low ceiling. I want some ground action off of this color shift zone. Pop it flat, maybe a little bit of hyzer. See if I can get it to pop skip into them chains. That's the goal here. Don't forget, drink up. Only the best discs for only the best shots. Simple math. Only the best aces. Come on, skip in. Oh, hit one of those little tree trunks. Should be a park job though. Another one of these crazy spiky branches over here, forcing the straddle. Jam it home. Let the chains do their work, even though we got another leaner here. This ground is soft by the river, so I don't know, maybe, yeah, it's just something you gotta come reset, I think, every once in a while. Because of that, it's easier to dig, so it's not that hard to reset it, so. The key features creating challenge on 17 are gonna be first, this slanting T-pad, especially for a big low Vlogmas cell, sloping away towards the Colorado River that you can see behind the basket. You've got a high floor, low ceiling, narrow gap here, so you're gonna have to keep this one on a line. Going with that fresh faith. Touch a turn, let it fight. Oh, so close. Hit the last tree. That kind of guards the green there. One disc, two discs right, would have been a money line. 17 without argument, one of the more pretty holes out here. And probably my favorite green down there in the bowl below the beautiful mature tree. We got kind of a wide gap anti-putt here, a little step through. Oh, too much pop. And once you pop, you don't stop, you know? One more hole to go, but first, what's down here? Shoot 'em, Liz, there's a gator. I'm just kidding. Scared you. Our final hole out here at Bob Bryant Park. Par 4, 450. This massive tree trunk here in the middle is going to be kind of the spot that you need to be just right of. And then you hit a pretty thick wall of trees there as you drop down towards the river where the green is. I think a roller can get there for 2 if you get a little bit lucky. So I'm going to try to get this orbital to land right at that tree trunk. See if we can get down there. Oh no. Way too much cut, you guys. Tailwind, low ceiling. Didn't allow me to stand that one up like I wanted to. We'll see. We'll see where that's at. I can probably still birdie. Actually, I'm gonna birdie still. We'll just see how difficult it is. Well, you guys, that nice tranquil little spot we were just showing you might be where my disc rolled to. Goodness gracious. Look out for the poison ivy out here. Still thriving somehow. Well, wish me luck. We're there. How do you think it got there? You think here or like? So I feel like if it would have went through this stuff, it would have got blocked. So my thought is it like came through here and somehow just like disc is over there, out of bounds. Hard to tell exactly where it came out, but we're gonna take it right here. Seems like a legitimate, fair spot. Definitely couldn't have got through that stuff on the high side, at least in my estimation. So I think it came somewhere through here and got over there. Maybe 120 to 50 feet into the basket. Color shift zone. Let's try to save that par. Get out of here. Take my disc flip, get out of the poison ivy. I think I'm just inside, so gotta go to the straddle with this big cottonwood trunk behind me. I love hearing just the wind, and the cottonwood leaves are so big, they always have a nice little rattle going. Kobe from 3. No! You guys. We took an out of bounds bogey to finish out. I got a little greedy off that tee with the roller, I guess. Need kind of like a paper plate disc, maybe one of those Franklin albatrosses. Maybe that's how I'll be emailing after this round. Give me that Franklin starter pack for this hole. And then we'll be ready to go. If you watched to this point, you're probably wondering, Connor, how do I enter this giveaway, man? Well, you're gonna let me know, out of all the holes at Bob Bryant, which was your favorite, and what disc would you throw? That simple. Let me know in the comments what your favorite hole was out here, what disc you would throw, and then on the Instagram post, you're also gonna let us know those same things and tag 2 friends who you'd play the course with. Good luck to all who enter. Hopefully you win.